The clock had slipped past midnight. The streets outside our apartment hushed, broken only by the low drone of far-off cars and the random bark of a stray dog. I was sprawled on the sofa, nursing a cup of coffee that had gone cold long ago, letting the deep quiet sink into me when my phone vibrated once. Her name lit the screen. I tapped it open. "Don't stay up for me tonight." Short, clipped, dripping with that familiar superiority. She was certain I'd lose it, blow up, maybe even plead. I did none of that. I remained perfectly still, letting her overconfidence float in the dark like smoke because I'd already decided exactly how this would play out. The night was young, and every advantage was already mine. I lifted the phone without hurry and took a single photo of the deserted living room. The low lamp threw stretched shadows over the chairs and table. Empty. The bedroom door stood open to an unrumpled bed, the kitchen dark and lifeless. The whole place held nothing but me. I attached the picture and typed 4 words, "Nobody's waiting for you." Clean, sharp, deliberate. I didn't scream. I didn't demand answers. I didn't let a single spark of rage show. I've always known that measured silence and steady nerve hit harder than any shouting match ever could. I let the seconds crawl, every one calculated, giving her mind more than enough rope to hang its own conclusions. 7 minutes dragged by like 7 hours. The air itself felt thick with what was coming. Then the front door crashed open with a bang that screamed desperation and dread. Her heels clattered unevenly across the floor, frantic, tripping over themselves, as though she could outrun what she was only now beginning to understand. I never moved from the couch. I didn't even blink. I simply allowed her hysteria to flood the room. The ice-cold composure I wore was 1,000 times more frightening than any outburst. It's the kind of stillness that strips a person bare and leaves them defenseless. She lurched into the living room, hair escaping its style, eyes huge and darting, hunting for anything, anyone that might make sense of the photo I'd sent. There was nothing. No hidden guest, no explanation, no lifeline. The realization slammed into her all at once. She was completely alone with what she'd done. Every polished lie, every smug calculation that she could play me or push me as far as she wanted, shattered on the spot. I stayed seated, leaning back just enough, fingers loosely clasped, eyes locked on hers. I didn't have to raise my voice. I didn't have to point fingers. The unflinching weight of my stare did everything. She stood there, stripped of power, cornered, terrified. Her lips parted and closed over and over like she was drowning in air. No sound came. She took one shaky step backward, searching for a way out, a story, a twist she could still control. There was none. I'd already pictured every dodge, every half-lie she might try. I let the silence crush down on her until it was unbearable. The quiet command rolling off me pressed against her chest, and for the first time she saw clearly that she had completely misread me and the moment. That overconfidence she'd worn like armor all night had turned into her own trap, and it was painted across her wide, frightened eyes. Her hands started trembling, small tremors she couldn't hide no matter how hard she gripped them together. The swagger she'd carried hours earlier had vanished. She had braced for shouting, for tears, for me scrambling to keep her. Anything except this immovable calm. Every sly text, every secret she thought was buried, every late-night risk she believed she'd gotten away with. Now it all stood naked in the open, impossible to deny. I didn't chase, I didn't threaten, I didn't need to. The truth by itself was more brutal than any fight we could have had. She tried again to speak, voice cracking. This isn't what you think." The words came out thin and brittle against everything that had already unfolded. She understood there was no corner left to hide in, no way to spin this back in her favor. My steady, calculated response had sealed every exit. The terror in her eyes grew sharper with every heartbeat. I watched the panic climb as her mind scrambled for an escape that wasn't there. Too late. The fallout was already hers to carry. At last I rose, slowly, deliberately, letting the shift in the room settle like a physical weight. My presence filled the space without effort. Every motion was controlled, unhurried. "You should think very carefully about the decisions you make from now on," I said, voice low and even. Each syllable landed like lead, cutting deeper than any scream could have. She froze solid, eyes enormous, mouth working soundlessly, unable to produce a single defense strong enough to undo what was already done. In that instant, I was the calm center of the storm, completely in command, a reality she had never rehearsed for and could not outrun. She dropped onto the couch, hands knotted tight, shaking, face drained of color. The silence in the room roared louder than any argument. Even someone passing the window would have felt the charge in the air, the irreversible transfer of power. The moment she understood she had stepped over a line there was no stepping back from. I never raised my voice. I never accused. The photo, the timing, and my absolute, unshakable composure had demolished every layer of control she thought she had. Her fear and helplessness were total, and she finally grasped that the game was no longer hers to play. By the time she managed to pull herself together enough to start gathering her things with unsteady fingers, the night had rewritten everything. She had burst through the door believing she could dodge accountability, stretch limits, toy with my patience. Instead, she found herself raw, paralyzed, speechless. That one picture and those 4 words had exposed the truth in a way she never saw coming. The quiet, unrelenting authority I showed left her powerless, and for the first time she truly felt the full weight of what she had chosen. That night, she learned something she will never unlearn.